Hey guys, as you may have seen, Blizzard just released an update, a community update about StarCraft 2, and it's a pretty big deal. It's got some big implications. So let's take a look at it. I just saw this moments ago, so here we go. To the StarCraft community, StarCraft is one of a kind, and we're committed to making sure that those of you who love this universe like we do have a home for many years to come. A little bit ominous. With that in mind, we want to let you know about a development change that we're making for StarCraft 2 as we continue supporting it for the long term. As many of you know, Blizzard continues updating its games a long time after initial release. They kind of go on saying about that. This year we celebrated 10 years of StarCraft 2, one of our largest ever patches, etc. Okay, here's the meat of it. We're going to continue supporting StarCraft 2 in the same manner as we have with our previous long-standing games such as Brood War, focusing primarily on what our core and competitive communities care about the most. What this means is that we're not going to be producing additional for-purchase content, such as commanders and war chests, but we will continue doing season rolls and necessary balance fixes moving forward. On that last note, we're not planning a quarter four balance update, given that we did one a few months ago. But as always, we do plan to continue doing them as needed in the future. Okay. StarCraft 2 Esports, which is part of the highest echelon of professional competitive gaming, will also continue going strong as it has been through our partners ESL Gaming and GSL. Okay. So the rest of this is just kind of a feel good, like, wow, StarCraft changes lives, we love you, etc. Okay, so what does this mean exactly for StarCraft? I mean, this just got announced. I see a lot of doom and gloom on Twitter and everything. Let's take a look, right? They're not producing additional for-purchase content, such as commanders, co-op commanders, and war chests. Okay, so war chests were kind of an exciting, important thing within the esports scene. You get a ton of skins, you get a ton of fun stuff, you get to unlock everything, and they help fund tournaments quite a bit. So no matter what, that has to mean that funding is going down. Also, co-op commanders, very important part of the game. There's a ton of people playing co-op. Every time that I've been to Blizzard and we've talked about this type of thing, the co-op commanders are like this really important aspect to it. There's a lot of people that love to play co-op because it's like playing StarCraft 2, but it's not as crazy competitive as playing the latter, right? Also, because there's no for purchase content, that means that you just aren't making money off of StarCraft 2 anymore, right? StarCraft 2 is basically free to play at this point anyways, but this is kind of the things that were, making Blizzard a bit of money, even if it costs them quite a bit to make stuff like that. So this feels like a big step away from StarCraft 2. And it definitely, I think it's rightfully making everyone a bit nervous about what's going to happen in the future. Like, are we going to get balance fixes at the right times? Obviously, there's going to be tournaments that are not funded. I remember a lot in the past, the war chess tournaments were heavily funding all sorts of stuff, but especially like nation wars, right? That's always been a really fun thing within this scene that O Gaming took care of. So I think we're going to see a wrap on some stuff like that, or at least the funding aspect of stuff like that. And I mean, when the game was already making probably the least money for Blizzard out of all the big titles over there, but now that it's making zero, it does make you wonder about the future of the esports. It says down here, StarCraft 2 esports, which is part of the highest echelon of professional competitive gaming, will also continue going strong as it has been through our partners ESL Gaming and GSL. So at the beginning of this year, we had those 3-year contracts, right? Like basically it was announced that, okay, we got like a 3-year contract with these guys. I believe both ESL and GSL have those 3-year contracts. So this is year 1. So we should have at least 2 more years of esports after that. After that, are they going to continue to fund the esports? I don't know. I simply don't know. But now that the game isn't making any money, and obviously the team has to be downsized once again because there were people that worked on those, it does make you wonder. Now, whether StarCraft will continue to do well, yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously, this is going to bring a lot of fear into the space, and maybe the revival of stupid memes like Dead Game. Right now, I think StarCraft 2 is doing well overall, but hopefully something happens where we can keep all the esports going at a sustained level in the future. Well, I guess that's it. That's the news, and hopefully it turns out all right. Remember to continue watching StarCraft. It's a great game, and I'm sure that the community can do its part to keep this going. Thanks for watching.